Live from Atlanta, Georgia, it's the Pro Show with Cazzy.
Woo! 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 Woo!
Hey, I'm that's quite deep. What's up, Megan Stallion?
Hi, I'm Charlie Cruz. And this is Ed Sheeran. Live from Atlanta, Georgia, it's the Promo Show with Cazzy.
Woo, woo, woo. Okay, check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Promo Show with Cazzy B. We are live coming to you from CLTV Studios right here in downtown Stone Mountain, 6254 Memorial Drive. And I want to say thank you to Corey. Thank you to Corey. You were just in tune to Corey, DJ Corey, I should say. Let me correct myself. DJ Corey. Street Vibes. Is that right? Okay. See, I know my homework. I'm doing my homework. Okay. Street Vibes. Live every Friday from 5 to 6. Make sure you tune in next week. So welcome to the Promo Show. If you're tuned in to us from around the world, I want to say welcome to everybody tuned in. We have a packed show today. We've got, of course, we're gearing up for Atlanta Carnival. So I've got two of the Carnival bands. One is new on the road for Atlanta Carnival. Not new to the game, but new on the road. And then, of course, we've got Big Bad, the biggest band on the road for Atlanta Carnival, Mad Colors. You've got the mad people coming in, so you know it's going to be a madhouse later on. So before we do that, I've got a lot to get to. In the meantime, today is April the 4th. April 4th. We are completely done with the first quarter of 2025. The year is moving swiftly ahead. And with everything that's been going on around the world, 2 days ago, we had what's called Liberation Day, according to your president, the one who selected him or voted him in. Liberation Day. So there's a lot going on about Liberation Day. There's lots of major implications around the world. This could affect each and every one of us. So we do need to pay attention. And I know that Danny is also here. Danny will get to a lot of hot topics. And she has that on her agenda. Am I correct? Okay, got it. So yeah, we won't talk about tariffs just yet, but we will touch on it a little bit later on. So like I said, thank you for tuning in. We are live currently on Caribbean Live TV, on Facebook, and on YouTube. So I want to say welcome to everyone tuned in. We are also live on Bacchanal TV. I'm coming to you live on YouTube, on Catch the Buzz, as well as my Facebook page, and live on Instagram. Cake Daddy 478, thank you for joining. You are on time every Friday. He's the first one, he or she, well, he is the first one on. So thank you for joining today, no different than the other days. I want to shout out my sponsors, a big thank you to them. Started with Bacchanal TV, thank you for your sponsorship. Also the CLTV Studios. Guys, if you are looking for a small space, don't forget that we have the studios right here over at 6254 Memorial Drive. The studio can hold, give and take, about 100 to 150 people, depending whether you're standing, leaning against a wall, or sitting on the stage. But you can all fit in. But give us a call. We are available at 678-661-1819. You can speak to anyone who answers the phone. Actually, you can speak and make an appointment and come see the studio. Tours are available every day, apart from Sundays, but every day. So come on through. Also, as a Caroline in the City, that is my real estate business. And if you are in the market for a home here in Georgia, actually in the Atlanta area, I don't cover the whole of Georgia, even though I can. But it's got to be really worth my while if you want me to drive all the way down to Augusta or Macon or something like that. But I cover the Atlanta area. And if you are an investor, if you are a buyer, a seller, if you really just want to leave the country, call me. I can definitely help you, and we can start those conversations. JTM1 Associates for Wear White. Now, I said earlier that we are gearing up for Atlanta Carnival. We certainly are. And on the Sunday, Atlanta Carnival Sunday, guys, if you have not been to a Wear White event, I don't know where you've been, if you've been in the Atlanta area. But JT and One Associates, they are having their 25th anniversary. And it's happening on May the 25th, Sunday, May the 25th. 25 years. It's on the 25th and it's in 2025. So if that was not luck, 3 in a row, it's rare white with a touch of silver. And of course, we have my girl, and I always say this every week, Patrice Roberts, who could do no wrong in my eyes. Okay, anything she says, she does, she sings, I agree with. So Patrice Roberts, Mikkel Taja, there's Anika Berry, and Full Blue. So make sure you get your tickets. You missed the early bird tickets. I'm sorry. Tickets are now $55, so make sure you get your tickets as soon as possible, because when they go up to 65 or even 75, probably more on the door or the gate, because it is an outdoor event. So make sure you support Wear White. I will be there. I will be there. So will, much of the folks that you will see around the Atlanta Carnival scene. And also to May Day. May Day is on Saturday, May the 10th. Again, you'll hear more about that later on, but make sure you get your tickets for May Day. We are going to be in the house, and it's a beautiful outdoor event, very different to the usual outdoor events, and you will hear lots of different DJs. Mixmaster David is in the house for that, as well as many of the other Atlanta top DJs. So that is what's happening. That is what's coming up. All right, so for announcements, we've got a couple of announcements. Like I said, Atlanta Carnival is coming up. The parade is on Saturday, May the 24th. And we have our special guest in the studio today. Her name is Nicole London, but you can call her Mystik Fury today. She is Miss Mystik Fury. Let me tell you, her costumes are fire. So we will talk to Nicole in just a moment, but just so you know, Atlanta Carnival is happening on May the 24th. The parade as well as the village. The route has been released. And if I know registration is still open, Nicole?
Yes.
Okay, so registration is still open for a lot of the carnival bands. So if you want to play mass, make sure you tune in, stay until the end of the show, because not only do we have Mystik Fury, we also have Mad Colors coming up, so you'll hear a lot more from both carnival bands on how you can join. Okay, so make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, so Danny, let's talk to Danny for a moment. Danny, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, listen, we're great. I'll be waiting for you because I know this was a big week.
Yeah.
This was a big week, right?
Yeah.
It was a big week. There's a lot of hot topics to get to, but Nicole, I told Nicole to be here at 6 o'clock, and I told her she's not here at 6 o'clock. she would be in big trouble. Now, listen, I was gonna say, not only did she come at 6, she was here within the 5 o'clock hour, people. Okay, so let me tell you, when you're booking guests and the guests come like 45 minutes earlier than you asked them to, that is somebody who's on a mission, okay? Now, if she operates like she does today, she is definitely somebody you want to partner with for a carnival, for anything that she does. And she's also a realtor, by the way.
I am.
So,
Out of the country, too.
out of the country, exactly. Yes, definitely. And you know what? Stay tuned, because we talked about having a real estate show, didn't we? We talked about that. So we're going to do that probably after Carnival, because I know Nicole's going to need to rest after she's finished with all of this. So without further ado, I am going to speak to Nicole. We're going to turn all the cameras on you. Right on you.
This time I'm not interviewing. This time I'm not interviewing.
Exactly. So the cameras go on you. And so again, if you just tuned in, I know there's a few people who have just joined us. Welcome. This is the promo show with Cazzy. We are live from CLTV Studios right here at 6254 Memorial Drive. And we are just about to talk to Nicole London from Mystik Fury. So, Nicole, how are you doing?
There's a few things going on here. First of all, 2 parties that are involved with this on your list.
Okay. All right, no problem at all. So make sure you know.
Make sure I'm getting ready.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay.
And I was just like, wait a minute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
So what's happening? Tell us a little bit about what's going on with Mystik Fury.
Oh, Mystic Fury.
Yes, yes.
We are definitely a new band. We are running. We're going to be on the road with Vibes and Vision. They've been on the road for a few years already.
Okay.
So we're section in their band this year. So that is, it's a, for me, trial and error type thing because it's my first time. So there's a lot of things that I'm learning. And I'm enjoying the learning part of it. So it's not a learning deal. So anytime we have anything new, it's always that, oh, okay, all right, next time we'll do this.
Right,
Oh,
exactly.
okay, next time we'll do that. So, but I am so grateful that you have me on today. And our colors, our vibrant colors, I chose to go with vibrant colors, the yellow, the greens, the reds. And to be honest with you, it was really just a fusion of colors between Diana and Dominica because the colors are similar. And you know Dominica is my new love now. So.
Yeah, we need to talk to you about
I
that.
know you need to talk to me about that. And you know what, let me tell you something. When I went to 2016, I was like, yes, we should buy some land. But you know what my problem was? It was low C.
Yeah, I know.
I was gonna say, if you tell me that there's a beach, we gonna fight.
Well, there isn't. And here's the thing about Guyana. Guyana is ecotourism. So you have to know what it is that you're going for, and you know what I mean? Guyana is ecotourism. So that's what I would say.
That's the only thing I would say that's right, because when we went in 2016, things were just really trying to start to explode. So it's like, oh, mommy, we need to buy land. We started realizing, wait a minute, no, I'm not going from Georgia to there, and there's no water, because Georgia don't have water either, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. So when I went to visit a few years ago, I was thinking, I've been many places, but this Dominica feels like home. So I decided to fuse the two colors together because basically they're the same colors except that Dominica has a hint of purple. So I added a hint of purple at the tail.
I love that. You know what? I saw that on your costumes, and we're gonna bring some of your costumes to the stage as well, so that we can show that. But what made you? I know you told me this story before, but what made you get into Carnival for this particular year?
Okay, so originally I wasn't going to do it. I said no to begin with, but at the time, that particular band leader was like, "No, you need to go ahead and do it. Do it." And I was like, "No, I'm not doing it. I do real estate. That's what I do. That's what I do. I do real estate. I try not to veer into much of anything that's kind of real estate. Always so that because you always know when you're doing one thing, something gets neglected. And I didn't want that to happen with my real estate business. So, even though even though I said no, he came back again and was like, "Come on, Nicole, let me tell you why you're gonna be good at it." And so I was like, "All right, you know what is it gonna hurt for me to try?"
And the thing is, because you are a very reliable person, you know, I know you personally, and you're very reliable. So they know that people know that they can rely on you for whatever it is that you put your mind to. And I think because of that reason, you know, they chose you.
Well,
You were the chosen one, Nicole.
Well, I'm grateful for that. You know,
You're the chosen one.
I try not to get too distracted. People do come to me about a lot of things, and I'm trying to use the proper discernment to be able to say no, like no, that's just not.
But
yes.
But sometimes no is not an option.
Well, yes.
Not when they can rely on you.
Yes, and the thing is, and I'm so particular about that aspect of it. Give me a task to do. I'm going to set out to do that task, no matter how many bumps and hurdles I go through. I'm going to be in the background quiet, trying to dig through it, trying to figure out how to fix it and make it right.
And you know, and you're good at that. So what I'm going to do, you know, as you're talking, I'm going to bring some of your costumes to the stage because they are beautiful. And they, you know, like you said, they have a mixture of where you're from and your adopted. And where she'll end up. And where she'll end up. So, you know, some of them are so nice, vibrant, and you've got something for everybody. You've got not just your You got curvy, you've got curvy section. Okay, okay, all right.
Curvy section and main section.
You got it all. You got it all. You got it all for everybody. So, so when you decided to do Carnival, this is going to be your first time on the road for Atlanta.
Well, I did. For me, on my own personally, not being part of a section. I did that right before my son was born, which was my son's going to be 20 months old. In fact, today is a special day. This is my birthday. So it's my birthday today.
Get out of here.
Yes.
You didn't tell us it was your birthday, Nicole. You know what? We always say happy birthday, don't we? Yeah. And today I did it because I'm like, Nicole's right here. I gotta get to Nicole. That is your birthday.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
He's 21 tomorrow. So I actually 22 or 23 years ago, because 23 years ago, 22 years ago, because then when I was pregnant with him, I tried to get on the road with them and they would not. They said no because I was like, no, you're 4 months pregnant, you can't do that. You can imagine because the Carnival was coming 2 months out. They said you'll be 6 months out there, that's too much. I was like, I'm just going to sit on the travel already. But funny enough, I ended up coming early. And so I didn't get to go on the wrong side because it was too late to get my ticket out there. But that's when that was the last time I was on the road with Atlanta. So this year, I'll be on the road with Atlanta.
Well, I love the fact that you know, we're looking at some of the costumes now. Not only do you have, you know, the big feathers, this one in particular where is your front line, where you could, I don't know if you can see that, talk us through that. So what was the inspiration to have them, you know, the way they curved it? Were you mimicking a particular, I don't know, bird, or it looks like one of the birds in Guyana. You know, Guyana has oh, okay.
So for me, it was just the thought process of a bird. So Dominica has a bird.
The parrot. Yes.
But they have a bird in the middle of their life. So that's what gave me the inspiration of it looking like two birds meeting or touching. Almost like lovebirds in a way, so that's
it almost looks like a heart. So there you go.
That's the word.
So that is one, and then of course you've got the curvy. You've got them. You can choose a backpack or not.
Yes,
they can mix and match. Okay. Okay.
So the way you see it, you have the big backpack, which you have the yellow feathers, and then the front is just the curvy also has it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. You know, and you know, I would probably choose the curvy one because I'd rather be, you know, a little. But you know, if you can mix and match, you know, that's the fun part of it. Okay, then I want to talk about the guys because you know I've seen the guy and I'm trying to get to him. Oh, here he is. Okay, here's the guy. Are all the guys gonna look like that? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so this was nice.
Dominica Carnival, because they have a costume called Sensei, and it's with all the materials, but it's usually from head to toe, so their whole head is covered all the way down to the feet, and it's just material all over. So I decided to do a little bit more modern, a little bit more where people weren't going to be hot anyway. So if they're used to that, so they're used to wearing all the materials. So this was the inspiration for the men's. And when he moves in it, it is so
everything's moving, everything's swaying.
Everything's swaying. So you get to see all the colors because it's green, yellow, red, and under there.
So then you'll be able to know when you go buying or not, if there's somebody you want to go jump up with.
Yes, it looks
okay, that's nice. So
that's nice.
Both. It's good to have great models because that's what entices you to want to, you know, get the costume. Okay, so you've got ultra front line, you've got front line, and then the curvy and back line, and then the men's. Okay, so you have quite. So tell us where we can get hold of, you know, some information.
MYSTIK FURY.com. Syria.com. You can go to either the website or you can go to Instagram and on the website. So when you go on the website, the way we have it structured, because I know it's a little confusing the way I structured it, and I probably should have done it more simple, but that's one of the things that I said, oh, next year, this is what I do. So I separated it. I separated the backpacks from the body wear. So in case if someone didn't want the backpack, because I was hearing a lot of people talk about, doing the backpacks and how, going through crowds sometimes and
Right.
deal with that. So I kind of separate. So you have a price for the backpack and a price for the body. So,
Okay, well, that's good because sometimes, like you said, the backpacks are great because they make it up towards the end of the parade.
yeah.
Those backpacks are beaten up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You get ready to get it. The funny thing is, let me tell you what happens. Everybody's good. As soon as they cross that stage, that's when you're ready to
they're
get
tired.
Yeah, you're tired and you're ready to eat. At that point, once you take off that backpack, and it's time to go back on the road, you just
Well, I'm glad you mentioned about eating. Now, now we need to talk about what is included in your package.
Yeah.
So can you talk a little bit about that?
On the road, premium drinks, and you will have food. You are free. So you will not have to worry while you're on the road. At all. When we say premium drinks, you're going to keep your filled up.
Okay, well that's nice. So premium drinks. So when they assemble, because I know you have to assemble a little early. So they assemble. Do they get they get their bags? They get a breakfast. Okay, nice. And then what?
So that way you're not going on the road. You're not agitated. I have to try to get ready and people strapping you up. And it's early and you're running down the street because you're hoping that you haven't eaten yet. That type of
Yes.
That whole chaos. On the day. Yes.
Okay, and I asked like all of the carnival bands this question. This is really important. This really could either make you or break you. Okay, your customer service. Now, I have been a patron for carnival bands. If we send, say, an email or try to make contact because we have a question, because a lot of people who, especially the first timers, will have these burning questions.
Right.
What is your policy surrounding customer service? How long does it take, for you guys to get back to,
It doesn't take me long at all. Because at the end of the day, you don't know when people have time to adjust themselves. Okay, let me call it X question that I need to ask about this.
Right.
Everybody's schedule is different, and it's only temporary. It's only a moment throughout the year that I don't answer calls all the time. But I never used to do that because of having, so I'm usually regularly available to answer these questions. It's not going to hurt.
Right. Okay, good. No, because getting back to patrons is so important.
Yes.
Isn't it, Danny? Yes. Customer service. If you don't have that, you don't have much.
I know. And that's the truth. I was like, hey, is everything okay?
Yeah.
Did you guys make a decision? Because we've heard a few friends that you guys made a decision. And, so yeah.
Okay. And then the other question is, so once you're done on the road, do you then for your patrons, just yours, do you then send out a survey so you know how to improve that year? Or what works, what didn't work,
what they didn't like, what they did like. I like people to be honest when it comes up to stuff like that. So people tend not to want to tell you the truth.
Right.
The thing is, yes, I'm like, my feelings might be hurt, but so what? and the truth is because next time I'll know this didn't work for people.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you may not even so
well, the thing is, it's important to know, you know what I mean, so that you can get better and you can improve on the following year. So, no, definitely kudos to you. Nice.
It was so windy. The costume kept falling the whole thing, mannequin, everything. All the gems stayed on.
Oh, there you go.
I'm just saying, we have durability.
So that is durability.
That is important.
So registration is still open.
Yes, registration is still open. We're not opening all day. 2nd, May 3rd, we gotta be ready anyway. So about May 2nd or May 3rd, we're gonna do color.
Okay. Oh, that's nice and late.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Time because some people do decide that they're
Yeah, you do have a lot of last minute folks that decide. Okay, so they can still register up until then.
Yes.
And then after that, you've got pickups at some point during the carnival week. Is that how does the procedure? How does the procedure work? What's the registration?
With my family, she has a place for us to go and do all the pickup. So we'll just bring all the there. We'll pick up. We'll have an iPad for them to say that they did pick it up. Their customers in place. They were satisfied with what they had. So.
Okay, so do you still have everything left? Is anything nearly sold out? Where are you?
I do have some things. I do have a couple of a couple of beach houses actually.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, that is so good because, with everything, with all these tariffs, so we're going to talk about those later on. I'm so glad you have,
a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to make
Yeah.
quantity.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Okay, so that's good. So guys, when you get your package from MYSTIK FURY, that will include access to the village.
Yes.
Okay.
So the village as well. We actually 2 of those parties have also the 2 parties that we have that's also going to be access.
Oh.
So
wow, you're getting 3 for the price of one.
Yeah, the next day is we have 2 parties. And it is carnival. So one is the other one is
wow. Okay. You're getting some salt and bacon salt.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, this is Danny. What is it, Danny doubles? You got doubles?
Yes. We actually have somebody that has doubles. Yes.
Okay.
And normally that's not something that you get.
No, you don't.
So we do have someone that is excluded.
Oh, look at that. Listen, Danny's about to sign up. Danny's about to sign up. She's not doing doubles.
I was pulling my hair out today about the course, so I wanted to look really well. So it's me and 400 So, but I just want to like pull my head out. So, because I wanted to look a little bit different than most representatives.
Yeah, and it will, because you've got you got a lot of backing behind you, Vibes and Vision, of course, as well as the 2 parties that are included. So a lot of support.
Another problem too. That is Saturday.
So these people are not. So basically, this is Team No Sleep. So you start Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes, and when I get off the road, I'm going over to Brunch.
Oh my word! So you keep standing up.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know what? It's carnival. Well, it's carnival week. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to be awake from Tuesday. You can sleep next Tuesday. You just stay awake for a week.
Yeah, so they can find out these parties also on Instagram, actually, MYSTIK FURY or they'll be able to find those parties.
And your name is Nicole London.
And my name is Nicole.
And Nicole, you can be contacted at what number?
678-886-6504.
Well, that is wonderful. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Totally
well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I have my second guest have arrived, but what I'm going to do in the meantime, we're gonna play. I know we're gonna play some ads, play a song. We're gonna play something so we can do this switch. All right. Yes. Thank you, Nicole. Show me a finger. All right, show me your finger. Show me something. All right, show me my colors. That's what I want to hear, right? Okay, guys, I told you we got the biggest and largest band for Atlanta Carnival on the road, going on, what, 16 years, maybe 17?
16.
16, okay. So 15 was last year. That seems so long ago. My word. Okay, going on 16 years on the road. But I'm telling you, experts in the field, this is what I mean, and this is what I'm talking about. So welcome to Mad Colors. We've got the one and only First Lady of the band. The beautiful Rochelle is here. You know, like she always said, I was about to say, she, yes, Mad Camp, you know, she never says no to me. So this is why I love Mad Colors. I will always be your number one supporter.
Always.
You know, I love you guys. You know, I love you guys. So, but before we bring Rochelle to the stage and talk about Mad Colors, I do want to mention a couple of things. This month, the month of April, is Autism Acceptance Month. So to all the parents, all the people with an autistic child, autistic person, autistic relative, family, friend, foe, whoever you have in your life, you know, kudos to you, big up to you. We hear you, we see you, because yeah.
Children are autistic. So
Yes.
There
There you go. It's Autism Acceptance Month. So that means be gentle, be easy, be kind, be, you know, just be kind. Just be kind to her, because you just don't know what anyone is going through. We also had, you know, we talked about the tariffs and so forth, which we're going to talk about a little later when Danny gets her moment, because I know Danny's got her. Oh, she doesn't have her laptop today. Oh, she's got her phone.
But it's still a lot.
Yes, she has her phone today. Usually when she has her laptop, she could be here for an hour just talking.
Sometimes too.
But she has her laptop today. So yeah. Yes, and then the other thing I wanted to say is, I know we're going to talk about Senator Cory Booker a little later on, so I'm not going to mention that right now. But I do want to take a pause and just thank the sponsors, of course, just for brief moments. Caribbean International Shipping, you know, we'll run the ads a little later on. But Caribbean International Shipping, thank you for your sponsorship of the studio, of CLTV, of the radio, etc. Of course, they are shipping to Central Caribbean, South Caribbean, and of course, they are available throughout the Southeast, right here in the United States. So you can contact them on WhatsApp on 470-718-9675, as well as locally 770-323-1111. to Wear White, JT and One Associates. Of course, Atlanta Carnival, we're gearing up for that. And they are having their 25th anniversary event on the 25th of May, Sunday the 25th. And I know Rochelle will be there because she's always at Wear White because that tells her that Carnival is over when she gets to Wear White. So I know she's going to be there. And her girl, she loves Patrice just as much as I do. That's kind of how we bond. That's what I'm saying. Again, groceries again. You know, I always say that Patrice can do no wrong in my eyes. I don't care what. Nobody can tell me nothing. Okay, she can do no wrong in my eyes. So she will be there. I can see her every single year, or all year round. But yeah, so Patrice, she's going to be there. Mikhail Taja, Full Bloom. We're going to have some guys on the stage, and of course, Anika Berry. So, they may add some more. There might be some more surprises, who knows? But I know they have international DJs on the stage. And you never know. Somebody might be popping up there. So you never know. And then we also have Blackout TV. Of course, thank you for your sponsorship. CLTV Studios right here if you're looking for a home to host a, medium-sized event. I won't say small. Medium-sized event. Medium size, yes, 100 to 150 people. We don't want you to overcrowd the space, but of course, if you want outdoor, you can put a few of them outside and get a few more in. But give us a call right here at 678-661-1819. And then we also have C3 Business Designs. If you're looking for T-shirts and so forth, they have a sale going on right now, and I'll bring these flyers to the stage a little later on. But right now, we have to turn it over to Big Bad. I always say Big Bad, Mad Colors. I wanted to say it's Mad People time, but it's only you. But you're not the crazy one. No, you're not the crazy one, Rochelle. So Rochelle is here for Mad Colors, and let me tell you, like she said, she's taken a pause out of her busy schedule because once April hits, you don't come outside. I've seen the camp. And no, she doesn't answer her phone. She doesn't come outside because we are. Email me. I'll get back to you. Yes. So, Rochelle, how have you been? You been good? Yeah. I think it has been a whole year. So we have a lot to talk to you about because I know you've got the Children's Carnival this year. And it's gonna have a parade this year, right? They're on the street. So before we talk about that, tell us a little bit about Mad Colors. 16 years. You don't just get to 16 years by, being mediocre. So tell us how you got to 16 years and what it means to you to be here 16 years later. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Other than that, though, we do pride ourselves. It's like, get to know the masqueraders, customer service, of course. That's always been our first thing, first and foremost, and then having, what people want. Affordable options, expensive options, glamorous options.
Yes.
Just things that is different to different people.
Right. And that's one of the most important things because if you don't have options, then people are gonna come because you have a lot of masqueraders. That's the main thing. So you're gonna have something that will cover everything and the variety, and also not just for the adults, like you said, you've got kids. So what is so exciting about this particular year? Before we give it all away, because I know registration is still open. Is that right? Okay, so tell us a little bit about the kids.
If anybody knows this, when the kids in the past, we did take a pause from the kids around. It was by our kids. And so now our kids are a little older and they're still involved. Nice. So now the costumes have evolved with them. If you look at our kids' costumes,
get a little closer to them.
When you look at our kids' costumes, like for instance, Hello Kitty, you don't even have to tell them. You look at it and you know it's Hello Kitty. We have My Little Pony. And then so we have it for the smaller kids, and then we have the option for the teens. But the response that we got this year just made it so exciting. It's like I can't wait to see them on the road because it's like we surpassed what we expected. And like we're still getting registrations every day for the kids.
Oh,
I'm excited.
well, when you say you're excited to see them on the road, you're talking on the road because it's a parade this year.
They're not going to be in a park only. They're going to be in a park.
Yeah,
But they are parading on the street with behind the HR.
I love it. Oh my gosh. That is going to be really cute. I can't wait to see because, you know, it's about time. We gotta really give them a taste of the culture. This is what it involves. Yeah, and she made it happen. Oh, so that's exciting. So we got the Kids Carnival coming up, and then after that, you're moving swiftly into Juve. Now I got some of your costumes kind of just going round on repeat here, so you can just talk and talk and talk and let us know about it. I'm going to pause when we get to Juve because, honey, you talk about sexy. All I'm seeing is jab everywhere. There's a whole bunch of jab, and you got sections for Juve. That's crazy. You sure does. I mean, this alone, you got Jab United. That's one of them. And then we got, you know, a couple others that I've seen. I'm like, wow, they're really doing this. Mm-hmm. Is that the pink one? Oh. As in Dolly Parton? Really? Okay. Yes.
And they are just, they're like grenades. They're wild.
Yeah, but you know, Rochelle is from Grenada, so you know, Jab is
that's our thing. So,
and then it's Tech Jam. Tech Jam. And look at these sexy Juve. They're really nice, and the colors are nice. So Juve, so tell us, so Juve, you get your unlimited drinks. You get the costume. Do you get a jab, the helmet? Ooh. Mm-hmm.
These are things we thought about because some people don't like the powder.
I don't like
and I don't like it in my eyes.
Oh my God. I'm like, well, I must say I am not a big fan of Juve because, you know, my whole well, I am that too, but you know, it takes me forever to wash this stuff out my, you know, I don't care how many bags I put on my hair, it will still get there. So from the hair to the this to the that, and then you still gotta get dressed and go out because you know you're going out. It's Friday. So I'm not a big fan, but let me tell you, when I do go, and I may go this year, it is probably the most fun. It's more fun to me than actual carnival. You know, carnival is so much long. Yeah, you're just free. You know, carnival is so much of a longer day than that Juve experience. So to me, Juve is just right. Nothing. You don't have to worry about nothing. You get your little food, some drinks. You go home, you sleep for a couple of hours, and then you get up and you go straight back out again. So Juve is, you know, there's some diehard Juve people, you know, fetters, whatever you call them. Yeah, that's all they do. But Juve is good. So the Kids Carnival, so registration still open for that. When is the last day to register for kids?
So
okay,
it's still available until it's sold out.
Right.
I think we've got maybe 3 of the big Hello Kitty backpacks left.
Look how cute they are.
So, but of course, if we are keeping track,
we gotta make it happen. Michelle is prepared to work till 2 o'clock in the morning, just to make it happen for you. Okay, so that's the kids. So now let's talk about the adults. Let's talk about these sections here. So your theme this year is Empire.
As somebody who's on the library,
Well, hey, why not? If it works. But you always have something so different, though. That's a great thing about it. And these backpacks are getting bigger and bigger and more extravagant. So we've got this one's called Persian. We're looking at Persian right now on the screen. So talk us through. And I love the fact that the front line is holding it. Yes, that is nice. That is so different. That's all. That's it. But what's nice is that I don't know if people like me. I have all of my backpacks kind of just hanging up on the wall. At least what do you call it? The strap. Just put the stick in. I was about the stick. Well, just put a stick in the corner and just keep it there. It can actually form part of your decor or something. It's beautiful. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like it. So Persian Empire, that's one of your sections. And then you've got, let's see, then we have the Egyptian.
The Egyptian Empire is really because, there's a lot of people, we got a new sheriff in town again. People don't know what tomorrow's going to look like. So some people might not be able to rock it.
Okay.
So we wanted to have an option that people still come out with pretty and still be part of the mass without feeling that they're left out. They're not a part. I'm in the reject section. There's no such thing.
No.
For them,
they're not a reject if you can be dressing like that.
And I've been making these, so I know
it's cute.
It has a lot of details in it. So.
What I like about it is that you can wear it again and again and again. This is one of the ones where you can wear it again. Just put some shorts on and you go to a party.
And for those who don't want to be exposed as well, that's it.
Yeah. So that's the Egyptian. Cute. And then we have, let's see what's coming up next. Ooh, I see some green, some Mali. Yeah, this one's cute.
Mali is my favorite section. I think that draws it's just different. It's not wire. It's just a different cut.
It's still sexy on top of all of that because you're sitting on the boob.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Well, it depends on the size, but you're still seeing some on the boob. You're still seeing skin. It's all about skin. How much skin can you show? So it's all about skin. But yeah, this is beautiful. This is really nice. And then with all the sections you have, not just the front line, back line, midsection, curvy as well.
We made it where they had options on what they could do, like curvy. Backline backpack with just foot pieces. You could have backline bodywear with just foot pieces. You could do the bodywear with just the stick.
Right.
So you have options. You just pick what you want. You could tailor it to you.
Yeah. Well, that's the nice thing about it because, of course, you say foot options. I've never seen any foot options as extravagant as these. These are like almost like a backpack on your foot.
Yeah, it is.
It's really wide and it's beautiful, and that's everything about Persian. I think Persian might be probably my favorite. Really, really nice, and I love the colors. So I'm asking this of all of the carnival bands with regards to.
And then you missed one.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Maybe I don't know. Well, I was coming on to your T-shirt, the package and the duvet. But let me ask you about customer service, because with so many sections and so many different choices, duvet, T-shirts, various sections. When customers reach out to you, your clients reach out to you, what is your view on customer service? Like when you get back to them, how long? What is the standard?
Because my phone stays busy. So I get text messages, we get emails, we get usually you get an answer in less than 24 hours. Typically, maybe within 10, 15.
Okay, good, because that is what will either make or break you, because people want answers, they want
usually response I get is
Nice, nice. Well, hey, 60 years in business, you don't get
Yeah,
there.
you kind of know it.
You kind of know.
I know how I am. I need immediate gratification.
Yeah.
Like if I'm asking you a question, please answer me right now.
Right. Well, no, I mean, it's, you know, this is an investment. You know what I mean? It's not something that you are going to wake up and say, hey, let me throw down $1,000 because I want to have a good time. It's an investment. So they do want their questions answered. And I know that, you know, I've played with mad cards before. So I'm telling you guys, what you pay for is what you get. I still have my costumes. And they look exactly like the pictures. I still have my costumes. I can let you put it on again. I still have them. I still wear, you know, different pieces. I mix and match and come up with my own. But it's you know, you can wear this over and over again. So you also have a T-shirt section called Empires, and the package includes the T-shirt, the
everything you get with a costume.
Okay. So you're not leaving out folks who just want to.
And there's some people who don't want costumes. They want to be a part of the experience. And then we have a lot of people who their girlfriend is playing, but they're not into the male costume. So I get the person who's like, can I move her? No, but if you get a T-shirt, you can. So
right.
That option is good for those who want to be with their family members.
Right, there you go. No, that is important. And then we got we're back to the Juve section now. So the Jab United and some of the others. And then this Juve, look at these bikinis. Ooh, girl, they are hot. Now I would wear this again too. It's so, yeah. So where are you guys with you know, I'm sure I've seen it, and correct me if I'm wrong. You've got a couple of things that are sold out. Or a couple of things that are 98% or close to being sold out. So the yellow fiber belly is 98.2% sold out. So if you want to be a part of the belly trial section, which is really cute, I suggest you go online right now and register, because I mean our app is set up. We put in our inventory. We don't have to monitor. So inventory goes down. Oh, nice. It sells out for us. So I'll get a notification that this option is sold out. This option is sold out. Right. We have to do that because of our numbers, because our band is so big. We have to keep up with inventory in order to make sure that you know, we don't go over the numbers that we can provide. I hear you. So apart from your so that's the only one. What about in your actual in the carnival, in the parade, the adults carnival, any sections close to being sold out? Backpacks, yes, and only because again we do make them by hand, and we know our limits. We know what we can do and how much we can do. We know when to say, okay, we can only take 2 more. So right now we're still monitoring because we're right at the cusp of our numbers. I think Aztec, which is that is from North Carolina, she's right at her like just about 2 more before she says, okay, guys, no more backpacks. And we're right behind that. So yeah, and we're doing good. I'm so blessed. We're very blessed in this time. Yes. To have people that are still able to participate. Yeah, of course. And so tell us a little bit. So your registration is still open for all sections. Okay. All sections at the moment. When is the cutoff? So, there isn't a cutoff. That's how we started out with our sections. All our sections. We're going to try our best not to. That's what we're leading. We were leading for. Yeah. Because we want everybody to be able to get it. We get that every year. Okay, I got 4 friends. So like, no, sorry, we can't do that. So we're saying, let's try to accommodate everybody we can. So we're trying, but we know the reality is we're gonna have to start separate. So yeah. Well, you know what? Your band launch was in January. Yeah. Nice and early. So if you guys, you know, usually by now you probably would be in the thick of it, which of course you are because you're taking a pause to come on the show. You know, guys, you really need to get your act together. If you want to jump up with Mad Colors, I strongly suggest you do. Give them a call. Find out when you can get your favorite section, whatever part of the section you want to be. I recommend Ultra Frontline or Front. I was
told me when on the way. I was like, you know, usually we try to bring you a bottle of something. When the whole team's coming, they think of that. Me, I didn't think of that. And I got pulled up and I'm like, I didn't bring nothing. I came empty.
She came empty-handed, but hey.
So what I have for Cazzy is I'm offering a backline costume.
Oh,
So you can do whatever you want to do with it.
you know, I'm going to be on the road, honey.
Or in my section, in my section.
Of course.
Gift it to someone, whatever you want to do, you're doing it because,
Ooh, let me
like I
see.
said, when I got the email, I'm like, it's Cazzy. So
Listen, guys, let me tell you.
I was like, just put it on the calendar. We'll figure it out.
Oh, thank you. What? You see, that's dedication. That is dedication. Well, you know, that is dedication, and I thank you for that. You know, so I may, you know, gift it. You know, we could probably work on that within the month of April. May gift it. Yeah, so I'll work on, and then of course if no one answers, I was gonna say if no one answers the question, because you know it comes with whatever it comes with. Cazzy will wear it, and I'll be on the road representing. But yeah, I will probably be interviewing this year or doing something in the media space this year. But of course, you know, I totally and utterly recommend, and you know, I'm a big supporter of Mad Colors, only because I know what you get, having jumped up with them before. I know the quality, and I know what you pay for is exactly what you're going to get. There's no messing around. The collection was very easy. You got there, they already have your name, everything that you need. You're in and out, in and out.
Yeah,
So
we don't. So we trust that with our section leaders as well.
because that is a busy week. You do connections during that week. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, true that. Yeah, true that, for sure, for sure. All right, so we got a few people on the live, so I hope you're hearing that. Instagram, the promo show on Instagram. We've got Facebook, Caribbean Live TV on Facebook. You heard what she said. Make sure you register for Mad Colors. And your website, Rochelle?
It's www.madcolorscarnival.com. Go on and register, and if you really want to, DM us, and we'll give you a discount code.
Ooh, there you go.
This will be a big Cazzy's discount. You'll get a discount.
Okay, so there you go, and you got to do it fast because you know registration is going to be probably closing soon. It's already April. Carnival is, oh my gosh, I believe it's 7 weeks away. 8.
7 days sounds better than a month.
Oh no, you don't want that.
7 weeks sounds better than
7 weeks. Yeah, 7 weeks away for Carnival, and you know we're excited. And from about Tuesday, I would say, okay, that just lost the camera. So from about Tuesday of Carnival week, it's all go. It's all go. So guys, if you are ready to jump up for Atlanta Carnival, and it's getting bigger and better every year. It's down Peachtree Road. You're gonna be passing the Hard Rock Cafe. So you know the tourists. That's where it started. That's right. I remember because the first year I came to Atlanta, that's what I did. I was right outside Hard Rock watching the parade, thinking, "Oh my God!" And then the next year was just one day. I was like, "What happened?" So yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really nice this year. The pictures are gonna be beautiful. I mean, if you want an idea of what Mad Colors can deliver, just go to their page. Go to your Facebook page. What is your Facebook page?
Yeah, just DM us. If you have any questions, any registration questions you have, or just hit us up. We answer it.
The answer within 24 hours, almost probably within an hour to 24. You will get an answer from Rochelle or anyone in her team. So Mad Colors Carnival Band, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for always reaching out. Thank you for having us.
Always.
Where we can, you know, talk about ourselves and what we do. You know, some people don't. Not everybody does that. So
Yeah, well, you know, this is season 4, and every season you guys will always be my guests, either like the April, the March, April time frame. Yes. Oh my God, it's nice. It's fun when they come. It's like
many things going on right now.
they have usually standing room only when they come. But you know, I know Rochelle's busy, so thank you so much for your time. Thank you for just agreeing to be on the show, and thank you for the backpack, to give away to the viewers, or maybe I'll wear, who knows? But thank you so much. Like any final words, anything that you want to warn the folks about?
Come out to see the kids.
Oh yeah.
And if you want your child to be part of it, you can always register as well. And the kids have started their own page, right? Those kids. But please bring them out. Get your kids registered. It is so adorable. It is probably the cutest kids. I'm not saying it because it's probably the cutest kids I've ever seen. I'm just like so excited. A majority of them are already made. We've worked really hard. We've been working really hard. We're just excited to see everything come to fruition.
Yay! Well, I'm excited for you. So, Mad Colors Carnival, folks. You heard it here first. They are ready for Atlanta Carnival. And if you do not already have your costume, I urge you, make sure you go onto their page at madcolorscarnival.com and register. And also on Facebook, on Instagram, you can, hello everyone joining at Facebook and Instagram, Mad Colors Carnival. So that is a big band to join for Atlanta Carnival. You heard it here. Make sure you get with them. So thank you, Rochelle. We're going to switch gears, and we're going to have Miss Danny. Of course, Danny coming up. Yes, we're going to play a few ads right now, and then she's going. Yeah, listen, you need to stick around. Yeah, you should. Please stay, because there's been a lot going on, just as there's been just a lot going on. So yes, we are going to talk. I guess we're going to talk politics, right? Yeah. All right. So before we, you can still hear my voice, guys. So before we talk politics, I'm just going to run a few ads here, and then we're going to come straight back with Danny. And I know that Danny's got, I mentioned tariffs earlier on. Yeah. So is that where we're going to start?
I think we should.
Yeah, you want to start talk about those tariffs? Yeah. All right, Danny. So over to you. Let us have it.
Yo, Wagwan, this is Moto from St. Lucia, bigging up the promo show with Cazzy. You don't know. Lock in. Moto there.
Liberation Day as
Uh-oh. Listen, if Daddy is not.
Well, this is Baby Shama, you're locked into Cazzy on the promo show. Can you hear me? This is a survival story. This is a Cazzy story. Rock.
Caribbean countries, Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, Barbados, Grenada.
Yeah, so what is up with the Guyana one? Because a lot of the countries are 10%, 10, 10, 10, 10. Guyana,
38%. I say.
What's going on?
So what does Guyana have?
Oil.
Yeah, they want oil. They want to be able to get the oil nice and cheap or free. So I mean, so they're bullying.
Yeah.
And Guyana, well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But I heard today that China is retaliating, right? 34%.
On all of their stuff that we get.
That's what I said.
Wait, all of the stuff that comes to the US.
Yeah. Yeah, like these glasses that I got from China. Feathers, yes. Yeah. Oh my God. But you know what else? I read, I think earlier on today, Vietnam decided to put their tariffs at 0. In fact, Vietnam and Trump are actually talking now. And as a result, Nike, because probably 90% of Nike is made in Vietnam, which I didn't know. And 90% of the US population, where's Nike? So Nike's stock went up because, the stock market is way down. Every single person is affected. you have a 401k, everything is affected with what's going on. But Vietnam, because they said, they're talking, they're in negotiation, the stocks for Nike went up today. I was like, damn, I should have bought some stuff. I should have bought some. But yeah, it started to go up. So in some cases the tariffs may work, but in other cases, for what I've read, they've tried to do these tariffs before. This has happened before, like 100 years ago. We weren't around, and it made the Great Depression even worse. Okay, so if it does go the same way, we are in for an economic downturn. It's going to get so much worse before it starts to get better.
It's already gotten worse. As soon as he made that announcement on the tariffs, the stock market dropped that same day.
Within the hour.
Yeah.
Something I bought today. Yeah. I bought orange juice 2 days before. Yesterday it was $7.99.
Oh, are you kidding me?
It's the Trump effect.
Yeah. So that means eggs going back up. We just got them down, now they're going back up. Yeah.
Go to right now. I think it's $3.
Yeah, no, that's why they want Guyana. That's why they want Guyana, so that they could, negotiate. But yeah, so that is not a good look. That is not a good look. But hey, we can only pray.
Yeah.
Can't do anything about it. All right, what else we got, Danny?
So we mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. Senator Cory Booker, he held the longest speech on the Senate for how many minutes?
25 hours.
25 hours.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it. No, he didn't.
No, he did not. What was the purpose? He was calling out all of President Trump's doing orders and people that are in his cabinet, and he was frustrated. It was almost like a venting session, more so than a speech. He was on that. I get it.
Yeah, listen, he is definitely one to look out for. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think he needs to build up. He needs to warm up. You know what I mean? But
25 hours.
yeah, it got him on the calendar for sure.
Yeah,
but you know what? He made a stand against Trump, and a lot of people didn't do what he did. So, and he also wanted to break the record. I think it's the what was the name of the guy? Hold on, I've got it here. The Strom Thurmond was held the record in 1957. So Cory Booker, he broke the Senate record for the longest floor speech set by Strom Thurmond, who was protesting against the release, with civil rights and so forth. So I'm glad he broke his record, first of all. But kudos to Cory Booker. We need more of him. He can just multiply himself, clone himself. People really need to stand up for what's going on. And he did it. Yeah. He didn't go to the bathroom. He couldn't. And I don't even think he was sipping water. I think he said he wasn't even going to take him because if he did, it will, get the urge.
Yeah.
And then you can't think. When you want to go to the bathroom, you can't even think. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So kudos to him. That is definitely something.
Yeah, kudos. And not only him, but Jennifer Crockett, she's becoming a rising star in the Senate too. She's so outspoken. They even tried to censor her at one point. Because she's like,
yeah.
I'm out here saying this right, trying to get this right. Somebody has to stand up and do something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next on the list, update from the earthquake in Myanmar last week.
Yes.
The death toll has risen to more than 2,000 people.
Oh. I knew it was going to rise because you've got all that rubble, people to get to, and the longer you take to get to them. But yeah, that was a lot. Yeah, we mentioned this last week. So 2,000?
Specifically 2,056. More than 3,900 people injured and 270 people still reported missing, according to the military.
Yeah, listen, climate change is real, people. There's too many natural disasters recently, from fires to tornadoes to earthquakes. So much is happening, and Mother Nature is just angry with this world that we're living in right now. So well, I hope they can find more people, but I think after a week, it's probably really slim.
Yeah, very soon to know. Now the actor, Val Kilmer, he passed away this week. He passed away from pneumonia. He was famous for being with Tom Cruise in Top Gun.
Yeah.
Also Top Gun Maverick. That was the recent film that came out. And he was also one of the first Batman too.
He was so good looking when he was younger. I used to, a lot of people, and he was only 65, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Very, very young.
So condolences to him and his condolences to his family.
Yeah.
All right. And the world boss, we all know it. Following him.
Listen, let me tell you, Danny, every time Danny comes here, she's talking about Vibes Cartel.
Because he's on the move.
When is he coming? When is he coming to CLTV studio, Danny? Because you know everything about this man. When is he coming on the promo show? Yeah, if you want to be even more famous, Mr. World Boss, I suggest you talk.
I mean, I'm not a heavy person anymore, but he's very.
Him and Spice together. I was like, yes.
Watching his, I saw him with his mom last night.
Well, after being locked up for how long? 13 years. I mean, you come out, you're doing everything.
Yeah.
And you're going to be everywhere. And you're going to let everybody know who you are.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Talking about, go ahead, because I do want to talk about locked up. And I shouldn't laugh, because this is not funny at all. But,
I mentioned it on the show prior, but I think right now he's in New York. Because he's going to do a big tour of Barclays in another week or so. So
wow.
For that. And also, he came out with a new song as well called God is the Greatest. It's more of a gospel song, and he released a music video for it recently.
Oh, good for him. And he also has a line of rum.
Yes.
Isn't that why he was in Guyana supporting? Yeah, he's got a line of rum.
Yeah.
So this man, I don't blame him. He's making up for 13 years. 13 years. Well, that's true. Yeah, he's a Beyonce of dancehall, I guess. People will pay anything to go see this man. That was when Buju first came out. Everybody was paying to see Buju. I even paid to see Buju. And I've seen him tick. I don't need to go again. Unless he has a residency in Vegas years down the line, I don't need to go again. So I don't need to go see him, again. I'm good on the Buju. But talking about locked up, I just want to do a segue. So news on Diddy. The feds are adding more charges to Diddy. And I said this when they got him in September, I think. I was like, he's never coming out, like ever. And there was one thing after another, after another, after another. And this just shows he's not coming out, you know what I mean, at all. Just after 4, attempts to have parole, he's just not coming out. So that happened, I believe, in the last couple of days. But we will see him next month because he has his first hearing.
Yeah.
Next month, early next month, actually, in about a month's time. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
So much charging.
It's gonna be tough. There's too many. There's too many. This is not. He's 25 plus for each one. That's basically life. This is not your OJ case. This is a little bit more than OJ. It's just. But that's the oldest story in the book, because this is what a lot of people apparently, and I want him to do a tell-all book because there's probably so many more people in the boat that they're probably thinking, whoof, they got him. Yeah. So that's so when you were talking about locked up, we're talking about court and so forth. About one other story. And this is the what is happening right here in the ATL with our friend. No probation. Do you know who I'm talking about? Young Thug. Okay, so Young Thug. So he reposted a social media, something which was already public. Anyway, he reposted it, but because of his probation is so tight. He can't do things like that. So the prosecutors in his case was trying to get his probation revoked. So it just got, and I don't know, I think this happened either today or yesterday. So he actually, there's no probation violation. He got off. So he's a free man, but he got a real stern kind of telling off from the judge. So he really he has to be so tight. He has to go to church every Sunday and stay up. No, but he has to be a good person and live a good citizen life. You know, yeah, go to Disney World, just go, just stay off social media because people are basically looking at every single thing that he does. So he's very lucky to have walked that and not have that. And there was a female judge too. But yeah, so that's Mr. Young Thug. So what else you got, Danny?
So Cardi B, she is getting ready to launch her own fashion and beauty line.
I love it.
Choose from Miss Riri.
I was gonna say, yeah, for the young, yeah, I like it. I like that. Good for her.
Yeah, she's partnering with her both group. The collaboration was announced on April 1st. It represents a bold step for the rapper and retail giant as they set their sights on building a $1 billion brand in the beauty and apparel industry. So congrats to her.
Yeah, good old, Cardi B she is always gonna get by. She's one of those people that, she doesn't care what happens. She will make sure she gets by. I still remember her on, was it Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? Where she could hardly speak. You know what I mean? But here she is proving to people that she can do it. She got herself together and she's doing it and she's making it happen. So kudos to her.
Yes. So update on the United Health CEO case. If you guys don't remember, years ago, the CEO was assassinated.
Oh baby boy, give me more. You got me begging for more. Patrice again. Hot, 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 hot. Give me. Hot, 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 hot. I like it hot. I like it hot. Baby, I like it hot. I want it, yeah. I like it hot. Give me. I like it hot. I like it hot. I like it hot. I want it, yeah. I like it hot. Come now, baby, rise the temperature. Come now, baby, rise the temperature. Hot up the thing now, boy. Give me pepper. I said to hot up the thing now, boy. Plenty pepper.
This guy cannot have done it.
Well, people's, I'm not surprised by what people kind of do these days. You know what I mean? Because you're getting 14-year-olds running and doing all kind of crazy things. I wouldn't even go there, but I'm not surprised. People do what they do. They feel the way they feel, and they just have to bear the consequences. But the death penalty is a little bit harsh. Because he's so young. In fact, the death penalty is too easy. Let him sit in jail and let him, think about everything he did. And why, like those boys, the brothers who killed their parents. They have, the Menendez brothers, they have been in jail for so long. They're just, stewing. Okay. I know, because we talked about that. That's why I brought it up. Nice.
But then now the new DA that took over, he's saying no, they're not going to get a new chance.
Yeah, that was going on since Thanksgiving. I said, okay, so that's not going to happen.
No. So now they're just going to remain in jail.
Well, you see, there you go. That can be fun.
many things that happened with that case. The reason being, that they're saying, the brothers are saying that it was self-defense because both of their parents were abusive towards them, specifically the father. He was verbally, emotionally, mentally, physically. And that was the main point that they were trying to come across as for them to be released. Like, okay, he did all these things to us, like, for sure. We have to get out of here. Like, we want a chance at freedom. Yeah. But now, they don't want to hear that. They're like, y'all stay in prison.
So that's that. Okay, Danny, what other stories do you have?
Yeah, actually, I have an event that's coming up.
Okay.
Specifically into the Atlanta Carnival, starting it off. So, Bliss Lounge, right up here, they're doing a Welcome to Atlanta Carnival 2025 event. The ticket is already open for you guys to get your tickets. Free admission. Everybody's free or RSVP. After RSVP is $10 for a ticket. You're gonna have a hot DJ of Atlanta there playing who we know.
Yeah, all the hot ones. Yeah. They're so hot, we can't even touch it.
Basically, so if y'all are looking to start off your Carnival weekend, go check this event out. It's from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. And yeah, it's right here in Stone Mountain, 5471 Memorial Drive. So, and also go to eventbrite.com if you want to get your RSVP passes, because I'm sure they're gonna start selling out. The place is that place. Yes. So that's the event.
Okay. All right, well, Danny, thank you for that. We always have so much going on for Atlanta Carnival. It's one of those things where, you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready. So, so thank you for that, Danny. So we are probably about just a few minutes over our time. Actually, we're right on time. But we started a few minutes. We started a few minutes late, so we are right on time. We got about 2 more minutes until we get out of here. So I just want to say thank you to my guests. Thank you to Mystik Fury. You heard from Mystik Fury at the top of the hour. And hold on 1 second. Instagram, you got to wait because I got to turn this around. All right, there we go. So thank you to Mystik Fury. Of course, Rochelle stuck around because, she likes us. Yeah, she likes politics. And on top of politics, she also likes to hang out here. Yay! Right. That's true. So thank you, Rochelle. Thank you for joining us. Mad Colors Carnival Band, like I said, the biggest, baddest carnival band for Atlanta Carnival. So make sure you check them out at madcolorscarnival.com. They have just a few costumes remaining. We also have the Kids Carnival coming up. So that's first. And that is on, is it May 10th? May 10th is the Kids Carnival. And she's got,
so you don't have to worry about being stressed out with that. Just bring them out. Come on, get registered, bring them out.
Right. Yay, Mad Colors Carnival. So thank you guys. Thank you both. So make sure you stay tuned to the promo show. Stay tuned to my page. There's a lot going on. We've got a lot of events that we're going to be covering over the coming weeks. Catch me again on Tuesday, the 15th of April, on the lunch date with Cazzy. And also catch me right here again on Friday, April the 18th. But I'm going to have a very, very special guest. We've also got lots of special guests. In fact, I'm booked out until the end of April. So if you'd like to come on the show, make sure you hit me up. Like when I email.
You're supposed to tell them all of that.
I know. That's right. So they hit me up, Cazzy B on Facebook, TikTok. Actually, don't follow me on TikTok. TikTok is where I do the crazy stuff. So TikTok on Cazzy B, Facebook, Catch the Buzz on YouTube, Caribbean Live TV on Facebook and on YouTube. So make sure you follow us there, and also IG the _promo_ show. So that is my time. You know, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Say bye to everybody. Say bye to the cameras, folks. Bye, everybody. We will catch you again in the coming weeks. So over and out.
It's all about Caribbean International Shipping. That's right. You need more information on shipping your items to the U.S., Southeast Asia, or to the Caribbean? Have you ever heard of Caribbean International Shipping? You shop, they pack, and ship. We also offer residential pickup services. Support our business, like, share, and call. For your balance shippings, let us know. The number to call is 470-718-9675 on WhatsApp or 770-323-1111. Caribbean International Shipping, the only way to send yourself to the islands.
Yep.